ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखापितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त श्रीराधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धु एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो विष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्तारिणे। जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय।
Haribol, thank you so much, Prabhu. Okay, so today we continue from chapter 18, text number 63.
Yes, Prabhu.
Iti te jnanam akyatam guhyat guhyataram maya vimrishyata asheshena yacheshasi tata kuru. Iti thus they unto you, Gyanam knowledge, Akhyatam described, Guhyat confidential, Guhyataram still more confidential, Maya by me, Vimrishya by deliberation, Etat that Asheshena fully, Yata as you, Ichasi you like, Tata that Kuru perform. Translation. Thus I have explained to you the most confidential of all knowledge. Deliberate on this fully and then do what you wish to do. Purport. The Lord has already explained to Arjuna the knowledge of Brahma Bhuta. One who is in the Brahma Bhuta condition is joyful. He never laments, nor does he desire anything. That is due to confidential knowledge. Krishna also discloses knowledge of the super soul. This is also Brahman knowledge, knowledge of Brahman, but it is superior. Here Lord Krishna tells Arjuna that he can do as he chooses. God doesn't interfere with the little independence of the living entity. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord has explained in all respects how one can elevate his living condition. The best advice imparted to Arjuna is to surrender unto the super soul seated within his heart. By right discrimination, one should agree to act according to the order of the super soul. That will help one become situated constant in Krishna consciousness, the highest perfectional stage of human life. Arjuna is being directly ordered by the personality of Godhead to fight. Surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the best interest of the living entities. It is not for the interest of the Supreme. Before surrendering, one is free to deliberate on this subject as far as the intelligence goes. That is the best way to accept the instruction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such instruction should also come. Such instruction comes also through the spiritual master, the bona fide representative of Krishna. Okay, one more. Sarvaguhyatamam bhuya shrunu me paramam vachaha istosi me dridam iti tato vakshyami te hitam. Sarvaguhyatamam, the most confidential, bhuyaha, again, shrunu, just here, me, from me. Paramam, the supreme, vachaha, instruction, istaha, asi, you are very dear to me, very dear to me, of me, dridam, very, iti, thus, tataha, therefore, pakshami, speaking, te, for your, hitam, benefit. Translation. Because you are my very dear friend, I am speaking to you the most confidential part of knowledge. Hear this from me. for it is for your benefit. The Lord has given Arjuna confidential knowledge of the super soul within everyone's heart, and now he is giving the most confidential part of this knowledge. Just surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. At the end of the ninth chapter, he say, just always think of me. The same instruction is repeated here to stress the essence of the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. This essence is not understood by a common man, but by one who is actually very dear to Krishna, a pure devotee of Krishna. This is the most important instruction in all Vedic literature. What Krishna is saying in this connection is the most essential part of knowledge, and it should be carried out not only by Arjuna but by all living entities. मन्मना भव मद्भक्तो मज्जाजी माम नमस्कुरु माम एवैष्यासि सत्यम ते पद प्रतिजाने प्रियोसि me. Mammanaha, thinking of me, Bhava, just become Madbhakta, my devotee, Madhyaji, my worshipper, Mam unto me, Me namaskuru, offer your obeisances, Mam unto me, Eva, certainly, Ishyasi, come, Satyam, truly, Te, to you, Pratijane, I promise. Prijaha, dear, Asi, you are. May my. Translation. Always think of me, become my devotee, worship me, and offer your homage unto me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you are my very dear. The most confidential part of knowledge is that one should become a pure devotee of Krishna and always think of him and act for him. One should not become an official meditator. Life should be so molded that one will always have the chance to think of Krishna. One should always act in such a way that all his daily activities are in connection with Krishna. He should arrange his life in such a way that throughout the 24 hours he cannot but think of Krishna. And the Lord's promise is that anyone who is in such pure Krishna consciousness will certainly return to the abode of Krishna, where he will be engaged in the association of Krishna face to face. This most confidential part of knowledge is spoken to Arjuna because he is the dear friend of Krishna. Everyone who follows the path of Arjuna can become a dear friend to Krishna and obtain the same perfection as Arjuna. These words stress that one should concentrate his mind upon Krishna, the very form with two hands carrying a flute, the bluish boy with a beautiful face and peacock feathers in his hair. These are descriptions of Krishna found in the Brahma Samhita and other literature. One should fix his mind on this original form of Godhead, Krishna. He should not even divert his attention to other forms of the Lord. The Lord has multi forms as Vishnu, Narayana, Rama, Varaha, etc. But a devotee should concentrate his mind on the form that was present before Arjuna. Concentration of the mind on the form of Krishna constitutes the most confidential part of knowledge, and this is disclosed to Arjuna because Arjuna is the most dear friend of Krishna. Haribol. Okay, one to read the next one. This is the most important actually.
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रजम् अहं त्वं सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचा. Sarvadharman, all varieties of religion, Parityajya, abandoning mum unto me, ekam, only Shranam, surrender, Vraja, go aham, I, tvam, you, Sarva, all, Papebhyo, from all sinful friction, Mokshashyami, deliver, Ma, not, Suchaha, worry. Translation: abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reaction. Do not fear. Purport: the Lord has described various kind of knowledge, process of religion, knowledge of the supreme Brahman, knowledge of the supreme soul, knowledge of the different types of order and status, statuses of social life, knowledge mind of the renounced order of life, knowledge of non-attachment, sense and mind control, meditation, etc. He has described in so many ways different types of religion. Now, in summarizing Bhagavad Gita, the Lord say that Arjun should give up all the process that we have been explained to him. He should simply surrender to Krishna. That surrender will save him from the all kinds of sinful action. For the Lord personally promised to protect him. In the which chapter it was said that only one who has become free from all sinful action can take the pursuit of Lord Krishna. Thus, one may think that unless he is free from all sinful reaction, he cannot take to the surrendering process. To such a doubt, and it is here said that even if one is not free from all sinful reaction simply by the process of surrendering to Shri Krishna, he is automatically freed. There is no need of strenuous, strenuous effort to free oneself from sinful reaction. One should unhesitantly accept Krishna as the supreme savior of the living entities with faith and love, and one should surrender unto him according to this devotional process. One should simply accept such a religion principle that will lead ultimately to the devotional service of the Lord. One may perform a particular occupational duty according to his position in this social order, but if by executing his duty one does not come to the point of Krishna consciousness, all his activities are in vain. Anything that does not lead to the perfectional state of Krishna consciousness should be avoided. One should be confident that all circumstances Krishna will protect him from all difficulties. There is no need of the thinking now how one should keep the body and soul together. Krishna will see that to the one should always think himself helpless and should consider Krishna the only basis for his progress in life. As soon as one seriously engages himself in devotional service to the Lord in full Krishna consciousness, one at one he becomes free from all contamination of material nature. There are different processes of religion and purificatory process by cultivating of knowledge and meditation in the mystic yoga system, etc. But one who surrender unto Krishna does not have to execute so many methods. That simple surrender unto Krishna will save him from unnecessary wasting time. One can thus make all progress once and be free from all sinful reaction. One should be attracted by the beautiful vision of Krishna. His name is Krishna because he is all attractive. One who becomes attracted by the beautiful, all powerful, omnipotent vision of Krishna is fortunate. There are different kinds of transcendentalists. Some of them are attached to the impersonal Brahma vision. Some of them are attracted by the supreme super soul feature, etc. But one who is attracted to the personal feature of the supreme personal Godhead above all, one who is attracted by the supreme personal Godhead as a Krishna himself is the most perfect transcendentalist in other words. Devotional service to Krishna in full of consciousness is the most confidential part of knowledge, and then thus this is the essence of the whole Bhagavad Gita. Karma yogic, premic philosophers, mystics, and devotee are all called transcendentalists, but one who is a pure devotee is the best of all. The particular words used here, namam suchaha, do not fear, don't not hesitate, don't worry, are very significant. One may be perplexed as to how one can give up all kinds of religious form and simply surrender unto Krishna, but such a worry is useless. Hare Krishna.
Ibo. Thank you, Prabhu. Yes, this was really nice purport.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Pranjal Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Pranjal Prabhu, Dandatam, Jai Shri Prabhupada. So, Pranjal Prabhu, what happened with the sadhana chart? Is it offline? I think someone hacked our sadhana chart. There is some hacker. Ah, okay, Prabhu, Haribo. Pranjal Prabhu defeated the hacker. Who wants to read, or should I read? No, Prabhu, there's no real hackers. It was just sometimes, yeah, it was just some problems. Not real hackers. Pranjal Prabhu said that the website domain expired. Okay, 67. Idam te nata pashkaya na bhaktaya kadachana na shashushrushrave vachyam na cha mamyo vyashuyati. Idam, this, te, you, na, never, atapashkaya, one who is not austere. Hmm. Na, never. Abhaktaya, one who is not a devotee. Kadachana, at any time. Na, never. Cha, also. Ashushrushabe, one who is not engaged in devotional service. Vachyam, to be spoken. Na, never. Cha, also. Maman, to me. Yaha, anyone. Abhya, Abhyashuyati, envious. Translation. This confidential knowledge may not be explained to those who are not austere or devoted or engaged in devotional service, nor to one who is envious of me. So those who are not austere or devoted or engaged in devotional service, nor to one who is envious of me. Purport. Persons who have not undergone the austerities of the religious process, who have never attempted devotional service in Krishna consciousness, who have not tended a pure devotee, and especially those who are conscious of Krishna as a historical personality, or who are envious of the greatness of Krishna, should not be told this most confidential part of knowledge. It is, however, sometimes found that even demoniac persons who are envious of Krishna, worshipping Krishna, in a different way take to the profession of explaining Bhagavad Gita in a different way to make business. But anyone who desires actually to understand Krishna must avoid such commentaries on Bhagavad Gita. Actually, the purpose of Bhagavad Gita is not understandable to those who are sensuous, even if one is not sensuous, but is strictly following the disciplines enjoined in the Vedic scriptures. If he is not a devotee, he also cannot understand Krishna. Even when one possesses him, even when one poses himself as a devotee of Krishna, but is not engaged in Krishna conscious activities, he also cannot understand Krishna. There are many persons who envy Krishna because he has explained in Bhagavad Gita that he is the supreme and that nothing is above him or equal to him. There are many persons who are envious of Krishna. Such persons should not be told of Bhagavad Gita, for they cannot understand. There is no possibility of faithless persons understanding Bhagavad Gita and Krishna. Without understanding Krishna from the authority of pure devotee, one should not try to comment upon Bhagavad Gita. Hmm. So there are many persons who envy Krishna because he is the supreme. But they say they like God, but they don't like Krishna because he's a person and he's like supreme. I think the persons think about God in a way that God and heaven, because they don't know about spiritual world, they talk about heaven. So I think they see God as a person who in heaven arranges things for their enjoyment. So they think that we are going to heaven to enjoy ourselves. They still are in the mentality that they will be the enjoyer when they will go to heaven. But actually they cannot understand because and they are envious because when they hear that there is someone, one person that is gonna be supreme in the heaven or in the spiritual world, and he's gonna be served, so they don't want to agree with that. So they say that, oh, God is something else, but it's not Krishna.
Yes, bro.
Yes, Prabhu. Actually, all this now when I think all these Christians and all this, their idea of this heavenly place is completely it's wrong because yeah, they don't want to even serve anyone. They just want to think how they are gonna enjoy when they go and get their eternal life. Yeah.
Yes, bro.
या इदं परमं गुह्यं मद्भक्तेस् अभिद्यास्यति भक्तिं मायि परं कृत्वा मामे वैश्यत्य असंशया. Yaha, anyone, idam, this paramam, most guhyam, confidential, mat, mine, bhakteshu, amongst devotees of Abhidyashyati, explains bhaktim, devotional service, mayi, unto me, me, param, transcendental, kritva, having done, mam, unto me, eva, certainly, eshyati, comes, asamsayaha, without doubt. Translation. For one who explains the supreme secret to the devotees, devotional service is guaranteed, and at the end he will come back to me. Hmm. So see, we should always preach to the devotees and not to the non-devotees. So if someone is a little bit inquisitive, that means that he's a little bit he has a tiny bit of devotion and faith because he's inquisitive. So to them we can preach. But if someone is envious and against or really doubting in a challenging way, then we should not tell to them. Generally, it is advised that Bhagavad Gita be discussed amongst the devotees only, for those who are not devotees will neither understand Krishna nor Bhagavad Gita. Those who do not accept Krishna as he is and Bhagavad Gita as it is should not try to explain Bhagavad Gita whimsically and become offenders. Bhagavad Gita should be explained to persons who are ready to accept Krishna as the Supreme Person of Godhead. See, sometimes there may be some impersonalist, maybe, but they are not against.
This is ninth aprat, bro.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, there might be some person who has only realized the impersonal feature and he wants to know more. He thinks that there might be some more and he's ready to accept that there's some person, then we can explain to that. But if someone comes just arguing that, oh, I know what is the way, I've heard this and I know that, then we should not, because if he already says that I know, then what he can be teached if he knows everything? One should come to inquire in a way that he will say that, oh, I don't know anything, please explain this to me, explain that to me. Not that he will challenge that I know, and then he waits that he will be corrected if he's wrong or Bhagavad Gita.
The
Yes, Prabhu.
to instruct a faithless person to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Ninth aprat, bro.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, it should not be done. They should be explained the basics. So if they accept and then they accept more, then it can be explained first about the soul, and when they understand the soul or accept it, then one can explain that the soul is part and parcel of the super soul, and the super soul is person. And then yeah, eventually they will come to Krishna, and then they would accept.
Yes.
So Bhagavad Gita should be explained to persons who are ready to accept Krishna as the supreme person of Godhead. It is a subject matter for the devotees only and not for philosophical speculators. Anyone, however, who tries sincerely to present Bhagavad Gita as it is will advance in devotional activities and reach the pure devotional stage of life. As a result of such pure devotion, he is sure to go back home, back to Godhead. People. Okay, who wants to read next one?
न च न च तस्मान् मनुष्येषु कश्चिन्मा प्रियकृतमना कृतामना भविता न च मे भवि भविता न च मे तस्मात् अन्यप्रियत्रो भवि Na, never, cha, and tasmat, therefore, manusheshu among mankind, kaschit anyone, my priya, kratamna, more dear, bhavita, will become, na, no, cha, and me, my, tasmat, tan, him, anya, other, priyatraha, dearer, bhavi in this world. Translation: there is no servant in the world, there is no servant in the world more dear to me than he, nor will there ever be one more dear. अध्ययिष्यते च य इमं धर्मैः संवादामवयो ज्ञानयज्ञेन तेनामिष्टः ह्यामिति मे मतिः. Adhyashyate will study, cha also, yahi imam this dharmayam sacred samvedam conversation avya of us chinnana jnanaha of knowledge yagnena by sacrifice tena by him aham I staha worship sam shall be iti thus me my mataha opinion. Translation: and I declare that he who studies this sacred conversation worship me by his intelligence. Shraddhavananasuyashu shraniyatyapi yo nara sopi mukta subhave loka prapan prapanyat punya karmananam. Hmm. Shraddhavan, faithful, Anusheha, cha, and not envious, Shruyat, thus here. Api, certainly, ya, who, Nara, man, sa, api, he also, Muktaha, being liberated, Subhan, auspicious, Lokan, planet, Prapunyat, attain, Papunya, Karmanam, of the past. Translation: and one who listen the faith and without envy becomes free from sinful action, and one who listens with faith and without envy become free from sinful reaction and attain to the planets where the pious dwell. Purport: in the 16th 17th verse of this chapter, the Lord explicitly forbade that Gita's being spoken to those who are envious for the Lord. In other words, Bhagavad Gita is for the devotee only. Bhagavad Gita is for the devotee only, but it is so happen that sometimes a devotee of the Lord will hold open class and that it's all class, all the students are not expected to the to be devotee. Why do such a person hold open class? It is explained here that although everyone is not a devotee, still there are many men who are not envious of Krishna. They have faith in him as the supreme personal word. If such a person hear from a bona fide devotee of the Lord, the result is that they become at once free from the all sinful action. This is Hindu Prabhu. It is
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhupada explained it is explained here that although everyone is not a devotee, but still there are many men who are not envious of Krishna. They have faith in him as the supreme personality of God. They are Hindus, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
If such a person hear from a bona fide devotee about the Lord, the result is that they become at once free from all sinful reaction and after that attain to the planetary system where all righteous person are situated. Therefore, simply by hearing Bhagavad Gita, even a person who does not try to be a pure devotee attain the result of righteous activities. Thus, a pure devotee of the Lord gives everyone a chance to become free from all sinful reaction and to become a devotee of Lord, to the Lord of the Lord. Generally, those who are free from sinful reaction are righteous. Such a person very easily takes to the Krishna consciousness. The word punya karmananam is very significant here. This refers to the performance of the great sacrifice Those who are righteous in performing devotional service but who are not pure can attain the planetary system of the Polester or Dhruva Loka, where Dhruva Maharaj is presiding. He is a great devotee of the Lord, and he has special planet which is called the Polester. Yes, Guru. I remember Dhruv Maharaj. We are also visit Dhruv Maharaj Bhajan Sthali
Hmm.
in Vrindavan,
Yes, Prabhu. What happened there?
uh, where Dhruv Maharaj doing tapasya, Prabhu,
Okay.
in Vrindavan,
Yes, Prabhu.
and Narad Muni take it, Narad Muni gave instruction of Dhruv Maharaj.
Hmm.
It is a beautiful Dhruv Maharaj Bhajan Sthali in Vrindavan.
Yes, Prabhu.
And Pranjal Prabhu, also my phone broke in Vrindavan. Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm. What happened? Did some monkey take
Pranjal,
Kalesh Prabhu's phone?
yes, Prabhu.
So is he now in the group?
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
Is the
One monkey catch Kalesh Prabhu phone, and we are offer monkeys to Fruity. You know Fruity, bro?
Yes, Prabhu, did he get it back?
Yes, yes, bro. So it's a very struggle, but we got
Hmm. Yes, Prabhu.
notorious monkeys, bro.
Yes, Prabhu. They knew Kalesh Prabhu is really advanced devotee, so that's why they.
Yes, yes, bro.
Okay, wants to continue? How many we have? Okay, let's read two more. Hare Krishna, Saurabh, Prabhu Dandat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Sai Prabhu Dandot Pranam. Jai Shri Ram.
Prabhu, can you read the next two?
Sora Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu Prabhu Barura Prabhu and Pranjal Prabhu Dandot Pranam. Yes, Prabhu, I can take. कच्चित् एताश्चुर श्रीरुतां पार्थ तव्यग्रेण चेतसा कच्चित् अजाना समूहा रणस्थस्ते धनञ्जय कच्चित् वेदात् एतद्विश्रुतं यत् पार्थ ओषणपृथा Devaya Vayu Ekagrena with full attention, Chetasa by the mind, Kachit with the Agyana, ignorance, Samoha, illusion, Pranastha, despair, they of you, Dhananjaya, conqueror of well, Arjuna. Translation. O conqueror of well, Arjuna, have you heard this attentively with your mind, and are your illusions and ignorance now dispelled? Purport. The Lord was acting as the spiritual master of Arjuna. Therefore, it was his duty to inquire from Arjuna whether he understood the whole Bhagavad Gita in its perspective. If not, the Lord was ready to re-explain any point or the whole Bhagavad Gita if so required. Yeah, bro, this is very whole Bhagavad Gita again.
Yes, Prabhu.
Actually, Actually, anyone who hears Bhagavad Gita from a bona fide spiritual master like Krishna or his representative will find that all his ignorance is felt. Bhagavad Gita is not an ordinary book written by a poet or son writer. Yes, bro, like this is a problem nowadays in this world. Like many people comparing Bhagavad Gita with other literatures. They think they
Yes.
are same books, basically.
Yeah.
a kind of a motivational book or something. That is their mistake.
Yes, Prabhu.
It is done by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Any person, if he is fortunate enough to hear these teachings from Krishna or from his bona fide spiritual representative, it's sure to become a liberated person and get out of the darkness of ignorance. Text 73. Arjuna Uvacha Nashto Moho Sriti Labdha Tyat Prasadam Maya Chuta Hitosmi Gata Sandeha Kariste Vasanam Tava. Arjuna Uvacha, Arjuna said, Nashtaha dispelled Moha, illusion, Sriti, memory, Labdha, regained, Tat Tat Prasadat, by your mercy, Maya, by me, Achyuta, O infallible Krishna, Sita, situated as me, I am, Kata, removed, Sandeha, all doubt, Karise, I shall execute, Vacharam, order, Tava, your translation. Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. I have regained my memory by your mercy, and I am now firm and free from doubt, and am prepared to act according to your instructions. But the constitutional position of a living entity represented by Arjuna is that he has to act according to the order of the Supreme Lord. He is meant for self-discipline. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that the actual position of the living entity is that of eternal servant of the Supreme Lord. Forgetting this principle, the living entity becomes conditioned by material nature, but in serving the Supreme Lord, he becomes the liberated servant of God. Yeah, bro, like I heard that Prabhupada said that, Srila Prabhupada ji said that if you in this material world, even if you are executing devotional service, this world is like Vaikuntha. You are no more in material world. Actually.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, that's true.
The living entity's constitutional position is to be servitor. He either has to serve the illusory Maya or the Supreme Lord. If he serves the Supreme Lord, he is in his normal condition. But if he prefers to serve the illusory external energy, then suddenly he will be in bondage. In illusion, the living entity is serving in this material world. He is bound by his lust and desires. Yet he thinks of himself as the master of the world. Yeah, like Prabhu, like in material world, living entity has imitating Purusha, but actually they are slave of Maya. They actually are totally in control of Maya actually.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, that's right.
This is called illusion. When a person is liberated, his illusion is over and he voluntarily surrenders unto the Supreme to act according to his desires. The last illusion, the last snare of Maya to trap the living entity is the proposition that he is God. The living entity thinks that he is no longer a conditioned soul but God. He is so unintelligent that he does not think that if he were God, then how could he be in doubt? Yes, that he does not consider. So that is the last snare of illusion. Actually, to become free from the illusory energy is to understand Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and agree to act according to his order. The word moha is very important in this verse. Moha refers to that which is opposed to knowledge. Actually, real knowledge is the understanding that every living being is eternally servitor of the Lord. But instead of thinking oneself is that position, the living entity thinks that he is not servant, that he is the master of this material world, or he wants to lord it over the material nature. That is his illusion. This illusion can be overcome by the mercy of.
Yes, Prabhu. That he is the master of this material world. Also, these persons think that they are the master of the spiritual world also, if there is spiritual world. They think that when they go to spiritual world, they will be served there. But God is going to be served then. Here they think that just nature is serving and they're just surviving under illusion. But when they go to heaven or spiritual world, then there will be some superior person serving them. This is also what
Yeah,
some think.
yeah. That means like in material world also they are actually servant. They are not actually the enjoyer.
Yes, bro.
That is his illusion. This illusion can be overcome by the mercy of the Lord or by the mercy of a pure devotee. When that illusion is over, one agrees to act in Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is acting according to Krishna's order. A conditioned soul, illusioned by the external energy of matter, does not know that the Supreme Lord is the Master who is full of knowledge and who is proprietor of everything. Whatever he desires, he can bestow upon his devotees. He is the friend of everyone, and he is especially inclined to his devotee. He is the controller of this material nature and of all living entities. He is also the controller of inexhaustible time, and he is full of all opulences and all potencies. The Supreme Personality of Godhead can even give himself to the devotee. One who does not know him is under the spell of illusion. He does not become a devotee, but a servitor of Maya. Arjuna, however, after hearing Bhagavad Gita from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, became free from all illusion. He could understand that Krishna was not only his friend, but the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he understood Krishna factually. So to study Bhagavad Gita is to understand Krishna factually. When a person is in full knowledge, by he naturally surrenders to Krishna. When Arjuna understood that it was Krishna's plan to reduce the unnecessary increase of population, he agreed to fight according to Krishna's desire. He again took up his weapon, his arrow and bow to fight under the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Ribo.
Very well.
Okay, now let's read six Astagam prayers. चेतो दर्पणमार्जनं भवमः दावाग्निर्वापनं श्रेयः कैरवचन्द्रिका वितरणं विद्यावादुजीवनम् आनन्दं पुतिवर्धनं प्रतिपदं पूर्णामृतस्वादनं सर्वात्मा स्नपनं परं विजयते श्रीकृष्णसङ्कीर्तनम्.
राम नाम अकारी बहुधा निज सर्वशक्ति तत्र पिता नियमित शरणेन काला एतादृशी बहु कृपा भगवान् ममापि दुर्दैवम् ईदृशं याजानि ननुरागः
त्रिनादपि सुनीचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना मानिना मानदेन कीर्तनीया सदा हरि.
न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरी कवितां वा जगति सकामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनि सरे भवतद्भक्तिरहेतुकी त्वयि
अयि नन्दतनुजा किङ्करं पतितां मां विषमे भवां पुतो कृपया तव पादपङ्कजा स्थितधूलिसदृशं विचिन्तय.
नयनं गलदश्रुधारया वदनं गद्गदहृदया गिरा पुलकैर्लिखितं कदा तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति
युगायितं निमेषेण चक्षुषा प्राविर्ष्यायितं शून्यायितं जगत्सर्वं गोविन्दविरहेण मे.
आश्लिष्यवा पादरतां विनष्टु माम् अदर्शनं मर्म हतं करोतु वा यथा तथा वा विदधातु लम्पटो मत्प्राणनाथस्तु सा एव न परः
Haribo. Glory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life of repeated birth and death. The Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious.
O my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna, Govinda. In these transcendental names, you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names. But I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them.
One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly.
O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service, birth after birth.
O son of
Number
Maharashtra,
pronounce,
Krishna,
number pronounce Jai Prabhu, Jai Srila Prabhu.
I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. Sorry, Prabhu. You can continue.
Yes, no matter, Prabhu. O my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flows constantly when I chant your holy name? When will my voice choke up? When will the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitation of your name?
O Govinda, feeling your separations, I'm considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I'm feeling all vacant in the world in your absence.
I know no one but Krishna is my Lord, and he shall remain so even if handles me roughly by his embrace or makes me broken-hearted by not. Bro, can you zoom out? It's in my screen. I cannot see. Yes, yes, bro. Little more zoom out.
Is now?
Still the no. Still more. Yes, yes. Now it's okay. Now it's now so small.
But like this, it should be visible.
Yeah. You know, it's yeah. It's okay. Now, no, it's again okay. It's okay, bro. No need. Okay, it's okay, bro. No, now again. Okay. So even if he handles me roughly, his by his embrace or makes me brokenhearted by not being present before me, he is completely free to do anything and everything. For he is always my worshipful Lord unconditionally. Reward. Sri
Oh,
Shiksha Teacher.
Jai. Okay, now 10 offenses. First offense, to blaspheme the devotees who had dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord.
Second offense, to consider the name of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu.
3. To disobey the orders of the spiritual master.
Fourth offense, to blaspheme the Vedic scripture or scriptures in pursuance to Vedic verse.
Fifth offense, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination.
Sixth offense, to give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord.
Seventh offense, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name.
Eighth offense, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activity, Karma Kanda.
Ninth offense, to instruct the faithless person about the glories of the holy name.
Tenth offense, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name. and maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against this offense in order to quickly achieve the desired service of Krishna Prema. Jai. Thank you, Sanjay.
कृपा सिंधु गीतानां
Jai.
पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। पंचतत्व की जय, नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय, कृष्ण
Jai.
चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय, शिला
Jai.
प्रभुपाद गौर
Jai.
हरि हरि।
Hari Hari Bol.